On Wednesday, August 27, 2025, heavily armed police operatives surrounded and sealed the Edo State Secretariat of the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC), known locally as the Edo Labour House. Their objective: to halt the inauguration of the union's caretaker committee. Police deployed an armored personnel carrier at the entrance and stationed officers at the main gate of the University of Benin, UniBen, where the inauguration was initially slated to take place. Political layer: torn between assembly and labor interests. The sealing came amid rising tensions between the NLC national leadership and the Edo State House of Assembly. The Assembly had passed a resolution urging the NLC to pause the inauguration and work with a local faction loyal to Bernard Egwakide, who enjoyed state government backing. Critics argued the national leadership, led by Joe Ajaero, had imposed an unauthorized committee on the state chapter. In reaction, the NLC's acting General Secretary, Benson Yupa, cancelled the planned event at Labour House, citing security concerns, and informed the Department of State Services, DSS, and police about threats and the seizure of the Secretariat's keys. He warned the governor would be held personally responsible if any harm befell the committee members. The alternative: a hasty relocation and bold move forward. Determined to proceed, NLC officials relocated the inauguration to the UniBen ASUU Secretariat on the campus. There, Professor Monday Igbofen was officially sworn in as caretaker chairman. Labor leaders from neighboring states, however, were unable to attend due to the blockade at the Labour House. Voices from the ground: labor leaders speak out. Comrade Augustine Igben of the Maritime Workers Union voiced frustration. "I felt embarrassed. How can the police barricade the Labour House when there is no war? It is a labor issue. They should allow labor settle the issues themselves." This sentiment echoed widely among labor leaders who viewed the police presence as unnecessarily heavy-handed and politically motivated. A contested turf: union autonomy versus state influence. Underlying the crisis is a fundamental battle over union independence. Edo State, historically proud of its labor heritage, producing figures like Pa Emudu and Adams Oshiomhole, now finds itself navigating parties seeking control over its labor institutions. The NLC's insistence on autonomy reflects long-standing international labor norms against government interference. Wider implications for governance and labor rights. Significance: raises questions about freedom of association under threat. Sets precedent on how security forces may be deployed to influence civil affairs. Blurs lines between political oversight and suppression. Divisions could weaken collective bargaining and worker representation. Looking forward, what comes next? Legal clashes ahead. Will the governor or assembly take direct action against the inauguration? Conversely, does NLC plan to press for legal protections? Rallying of factions: which caretaker committee gains legitimacy in the eyes of rank-and-file members? Political fallout: could this move influence public opinion and future union-state dynamics? Union strength: how labor movements will regroup and heal rifts remains to be seen. Final thoughts: what began as a legislative tussle morphed into a security standoff, an unfolding drama of authority, autonomy, and political control. For a union with roots in labor activism, the integrity of its internal governance is not just symbolic, it's a safeguard of worker democracy. The NLC's resilience on this front will determine whether labor in Edo State can stand independent of political influence.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this update and want to stay informed with fast, reliable news, don't forget to subscribe to Newsflash 360. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. Your next headline is just seconds away.